Okay. How you guys? Okay. Last video for the night is going on midnight. And I know I'm seeming kinda like up, like I'm alert, but it's just because I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm feeling more lit at nighttime now, versus the daytime. And it's crazy because I'm resting more during the daytime and I'm like straight up at nighttime now, which is a beautiful thing because I think it's just God's way of spending time with me at nighttime while everybody else is asleep. It's like this is my time to spend with God now because during the day we work, go, go, go. And I think God is just like, okay, now I need to spend time with you. But I want you to transition over into spending time with me at nighttime too. When everybody else is resting, I want it to be me and you. I want it to be me in your time because you need me. God said you need me, and I want to spend time with you. I want to commune with you. I want to talk to you about some stuff. So it's a transition, but it's like even doing this video, I feel really good when I say I feel my energy is high. I feel uplifted. I feel great. And the fact that I'll be 38 on July the 12th is like I'm feeling great. And I think it's just God's way of just transitioning me spiritually into another place with Him. That's why I'm up at nighttime and doing the videos more so at night than the daytime now. And I think that's how God may position me more to start doing the videos at nighttime because I'm so spiritually just not that I'm not at daytime because I'm spiritually very in tune during the daytime or night. It's just when I do these videos, I move by inspiration. I don't move by people. I don't move by by how I feel. I move by inspiration. So if God inspires me in at 12 o'clock midnight or 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night to post a YouTube video, then I do it. And like tonight, this is inspiration. I move by inspiration of how God is kind of moving me. So that was just like my little spiel, y'all. But it's a beautiful thing because doing these YouTube videos, like when I say I appreciate all the love, all the feedback, you know, I have 316 subscribers, and you know, I hear people say sometimes to me when they come on my channel, "Oh my God, you should have so much many." No, I hear people say you should have so many more subscribers than what you have, and granted, it's very true. But here's what I've learned in that is that if I did these videos and I'm doing what I'm doing based on people or becoming popular or trying to get subscribers, then I wouldn't be able to flow like God need me to flow. So I say that to say this, that I'm right where God need me to be. And when God is ready to elevate me to 500 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers, He will. And God will send the people. That's just like me doing my clothing brand. Oh, and I'm gonna do a live. Not a live, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel because I have new shirts coming out for my brand, like probably within the next week. And I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel. And if you want to purchase one of my shirts, or if you want to purchase one of these, it doesn't matter. You let me know. I'll get it to you. You can cash app me, whatever, but we can work it out. So if you want to order one of my Pure Positive Divine brand t-shirts or hoodies, whatever, you let me know because I am more than willing to accommodate anybody that would like to purchase one of my shirts or hoodies, and any of that. So when I do go and do a video for my brand, and I'm going to show all of my shirts over again for my YouTube channel because I don't think I ever did a video for my brand to show all my shirts, just partial. So I'm going to do a whole video showing every single one of my shirts that I have that's connected to my brand. And if you see any shirts or hoodies that you would like to purchase, you let me know and I will get them to you. And we can, I would love to just accommodate anybody and everybody that wants to be a supporter of my brand and invest in it. So that was my spiel for 5 minutes. But I love y'all. Okay. So this video, this is the last one for tonight. Okay. So this one is empaths dealing with fake people, narcissism, and selfishness. Now, what is an empath? An empath is just another word for somebody that's really strong and gifted in the spiritual realm. It's another word for somebody that's really gifted in their intuition. It's another word for somebody that carries a certain type of special gift when it comes to, and some people call it psychics. You know, everybody got their own word. This is the thing with me, with my channel. I don't knock nobody for what they call it, okay? Some people call it empath. Some people call it psychic. Some people call it being spiritually very, very in tune. Some people call it spiritually gifted in the spiritual realm. Whatever you call it is what you call it. But the purpose of this video is empaths dealing with fake people, fakeness, or narcissism or selfishness. Now, when it comes to empaths, we are very, very intuitive spiritually. And so a lot of things sometimes that other people will miss, we'll catch it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times where people do things that other people didn't catch what they did, we catch it quicker. So when you, as empaths, when we are dealing, first let's talk about fakeness. So with empaths, when they are dealing with fakeness, we do not like it. Now, I'll be the first one to say, because I am an empath and all of that, okay? So I'm very, very much an empath. So for me, I do not like fakeness, okay? For me, I can spot someone that's genuine and I can spot someone that's fake. Whether it's male or woman, whether it's romantic relationships or friendships or families or associates, period. I can spot somebody that's not genuine. I can tell when somebody's trying to be manipulative. I can tell when somebody is genuinely loyal. And I can see it and tell when somebody is just only loyal for what they're trying to gain in that moment. And I can also tell when somebody's only genuine to get something that they want in that moment, in that time. So when it comes to empaths and fakeness, the reason why we cannot deal with fakeness is because we're not built like that. We are not built to deal with fakeness. We're only built to deal with what's real. And that means that, because this is the thing, when it comes to fakeness, some people, they will put on a mask of, I'm this perfect person. I'm this good person. I'm this person that loves everybody. I'm this person that's just always happy and, I don't have a dark side. You know what I'm saying? So, but as empaths, we can look at a person like that and say, Now, it's a whole nother side to you that you're not being real about, that you're not allowing other people to see because you're being fake. Okay? So for me, when it comes to even women, see, I can be around a bunch of women and just be really chill, but I can also be around them and just know off the bat who they are, what their motives are, what their intents are, how real, how fake they are. And so because I am an empath, when I see the fakeness in people, I will move as far away from that person as I can, because I do not want to entangle myself with somebody like that or deal with somebody like that can't 100% authentically be themselves, even if it means you got a shadow side. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see your shadow side than just see the one side of you, and you're not really being authentic and real enough and transparent enough to show the other side of you. So for me, when I deal with fakeness like that, I tend to, it's like somewhere in my intuition will be like, move as far as you can away from that person, because they're not being genuine. They're not being real. They're not being authentic with themselves, and they're not going to know how to be authentic with you. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to empaths and us dealing with fake people, a lot of times we move away from these type of people because we know within ourselves that if they're being fake, they're going to want me to be fake, and they're going to want me to be a certain way for them. So I'd rather not even deal with them, because I know what's going to come along with that. So as empaths, we are not built to deal with that. As empaths, we're built to deal with the truth. As empaths, we are built to deal with a person that's a whole. Meaning, as empaths, we look for the truth. We look for genuineness. We look for a person to authentically be themselves and not have to be fake. Whether you're showing your shadow side or your light side, as empaths, we are sitting back and we are looking to see, are you fully and authentically and 100% yourself? Are you fully genuine? Are you fully real right now? And if you're not, I can't fuck with you. And so this is how empaths are. And some people will call and say empaths are flaky. We're not flaky. We just know who people are, and we read, and it's not even us. It's God's spirit in us that allows us to see people for who they are. It's God's spirit in us that allows us to see other people's motives and their intentions. It's God's spirit in us that allows us to see if that particular person is going to be a good friend for us or they not. It's God's spirit in us that shows us as empaths, is that going to be a good romantic partner for you or not? It's God's spirit within us that teaches us as an empath, is that going to be a good relation for you, or a good relationship for you or not? So that's what that is, And so what people don't understand about empaths and when it comes to fakeness is that we're not built like that. We're only built to see the truth. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to looking at ourselves and seeing the hard truth about ourselves, we're only built like that. We don't know how to be fake. We don't know how to walk around and put a smile. Now, some people do. So don't get me wrong. Some people do. But I'm one of them empaths where I don't. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about me as an empath is that, or not even an empath, or just being really, really intuitive. The thing about me is that being a person that's really, 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 really intuitive, is that I don't know how to be fake. And this is just the truth. If you ever get the chance to meet me in person, it's like either I'm a F with you, either I'm a fuck with you, or I don't want to fuck with you at all, because I can see people for who they are just as well as people can see me for who I am. But the thing is that with me being who I am, I embrace my shadow side and my light side. So it may come times where you get my shadow side and not my light side, and you may get my light side and not the shadow side. But the thing is, I'm not afraid to embrace both sides of who I am. I'm not afraid to let people see my shadow side as well as my light side. And that's because I don't know what it looks like to be fake. I can't. So that's the thing when it comes to empaths dealing with fakeness. We're not equipped to deal with that. We just ain't. We're just not equipped. We're just not equipped. Now, some empaths will downplay them being so spiritually gifted and intuitive. They'll downplay that. And they will deal with fakeness to accommodate people liking them. And you got to realize, when you come across empaths or really, really intuitive people that does that is fake, and they're okay with being around fake people, is because it's a lack of their self-worth. It's a lack of their self-esteem. It's like shame there. It's like shame, right? And we all know that when it comes to the highest vibration and the lowest vibration, shame is the lowest vibration. So when you deal with empaths that can deal with fakeness around you, and you can see this person, you're like, I know they real gifted intuitively. I know they gifted as an empath. I know God's spirit is strong in them and they are gifted, but they still continue to surround themselves around fake people and they embrace being fake. It's because it's they're ashamed of who they are. They're ashamed to embrace the fact that they are very intuitive. They're ashamed to embrace the fact that they are spiritually that gifted. They're ashamed to embrace the fact that they are empaths. So what they do, they throw on a mask and they downplay the gifts of who they really are because to be accepted. And that's just a form of low self-esteem. That's all that is. So that's why as empaths we can't deal with fakeness. The next thing empaths can't deal with is narcissism. Now we all know what narcissism is. We know. So a lot of times when it comes to narcissism as empaths, this can go either one way, either two ways. Either we will deal with narcissism situations because as empaths we're always trying to save people, we're always trying to help people, we're always trying to make people feel better, we're always trying to cater to people, we're always trying to make sure that if a person is upset or sad or whatever, that we lift them up. That's just who we are as empaths. That's just something in us, right? But when it comes to dealing with empaths and narcissism, as you go through so many things in your life dealing with narcissism, you'll start to distinguish the difference, to understand that when you encounter a person or a situation, you'll be like, oh, hold up, that situation is narcissism, or that person is a narcissism. No, I can't deal with that, because all that's going to do is deplete my energy. All that's going to do is I'm going to keep giving and giving and giving my time, my energy, my love, my affection, everything that I am. I'm going to keep giving it to that narcissism. And all that's going to happen is I'm going to get depleted. I'm never going to see anything back in return. So when we go through so many different situations with narcissism, we as empaths start to distinguish and discern the difference between, okay, I can't, that situation right there is going to be narcissism. That person right there is going to be a narcissism. I can't entangle myself. That's not going to be healthy for me. That's not going to be good for me. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I can't. Even when it comes to our friendships with other people, you can even distinguish and discern and see that, okay, that friendship with that person, that's going to be a narcissism friendship. You know what I'm saying? That friendship is going to deplete me more than it helps me. That romantic situation with that man or that woman is going to deplete me more than it helps me. That situation with my family and them being narcissism is going to deplete me more than help me. So I can't deal with that. I can't put myself in that arena with them people because I've been through that before. And I got damaged, and now that I know better, I don't want to go back into something that I know is going to basically just damage me again. And that's why we can't deal as empath narcissism. Now to move on to the last one, it is selfishness. Now the one thing I will say with this is that I have been called selfish. I have. I really have. On a couple of occasions I've been called selfish. And here's the thing. I can't disagree with those people that did call me selfish. I just can't. Because I think in moments where I didn't realize I was being selfish, those people had to point it out to me and show me, hey, you selfish. You being selfish. And you are selfish right now. So when it comes to empaths and selfishness, never underestimate yourself. Never, always understand that we can carry a lot of traits of being selfishness. And also I want you to understand this, as empaths too, we can carry a lot of traits as narcissism. So just because you may look at a person as a very strong and intuitive person and an empath, trust me, as empaths, we carry narcissism traits sometimes. We carry a lot of selfish traits sometimes. as empaths, we can, and strong intuitive people, we can carry a lot of fakeness internally within us. We carry all of that. So you got to understand is that the reason why we can identify fakeness, the reason why we can identify narcissism, the reason why we can identify selfishness is because that's how we can be as empaths a lot of the time, but don't want to acknowledge it. Those are the traits we can carry as empaths, as strong, spiritually intuitive people. We can carry narcissism in us, and we can operate in it, and we can have traits, and we can do actions that a narcissistic person would do. We can carry those traits and do those very actions that they would do. We can be fake, just like a lot of other people. We can be selfish. So as empaths and strong, intuitive, spiritual people, don't ever think that we are exempt from being narcissism or from being fake or from being selfish, baby. We can have all of, we as empaths, strong, intuitive people, we can have all of them traits in us and not even realize it. But this is my thing. This is what I always say in every one of my videos. People mirror each other. So that means if somebody tells me, like I've been told by somebody that a couple of times, a lot of people that, oh my God, you are selfish. So if I meet somebody that's selfish, then they gotta be, it's a mirror for me too. Because if they can see me being selfish, you get what I'm saying? Then that means that it's something in me that's selfish too. So I always say this, that people mirror each other. We mirror each other energies. Everything is energy, and energy is everything. So we mirror each other's energy. So when I hear people say to me, Danielle, you selfish. Danielle, you selfish sometimes. I don't sit up there and deny it. I got to sit back and examine and say, damn, for this person to say I'm selfish, damn, God, am I really selfish? What is it, God? Show me, God, if I'm really selfish. Show me what part of me is selfish, God. And God will always show me. So understand that, yes, when we see things in other people, and this it's just, I ain't even talking about us as empaths or spiritually gifted people. I'm just saying people, period. That when we see things in people, whether we see fakeness or narcissism or selfishness or hatred, whatever, when we see things in people, we got to understand that things are a mirror for us. So when I see somebody that's fake, you know what I'm saying? I got to step back because maybe it's areas in me that's still fake and not real like God really wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? When I see people that's selfish and that pisses me off that they selfish, then I still got to understand that it's still traits in me that I still got to work on, that I still got to heal from. And if other people are pointing the selfishness out in me, then that's something that I really got to pay more attention to because it's the reason why. So, yes, as empaths, we see all of these things with people. But the purpose of being an empath is being able to look your own self in the mirror and see where your shortcomings at. To see where is it that you can become the best version at. Like, to be able to look yourself in the mirror and see where your downfalls was at and what you can do better in. So the purpose of God allowing us to be so intuitive is because if I give you the gift to see other people, I'm also going to give you the gift to see yourself. I'm also going to give you the gift to understand what it is that you operate in yourself. So that when we do cross people that we feel are fake or selfishness, then it won't bother us as much because we'll understand that we still working on ourselves. And God is still cleaning a lot of mess up. God is still cleaning up a lot of mess in us spiritually. And a lot of debris, a lot of mess in us spiritually that we didn't even know was still there. So it's just us learning to embrace every aspect of who we are as being very intuitive. It's us learning that just because we're intuitive don't mean we right all the time. Because you can be very intuitive and be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can be very intuitive and be selfish. You can be very intuitive and lack compassion. You can be very intuitive and lack love. You can be very intuitive and be a narcissism. You can be very intuitive and be fake. So the purpose of this video is for us to understand that, yes, we are very gifted and intuitive, but we have to always first see ourselves. And then God will equip us to see everything else accordingly. And so as empaths, we're going to always go through the internal work. As empaths, it's going to always be a new level where we have to really, really do some soul searching. And we have to really, really go back and deal with some shit in order for us to really, really connect back to God and to connect with ourselves so that we don't continue to stay in the pattern of doing the old things we used to do. So being an empath is about constantly allowing God, the source energy, our everything, to spiritually, mentally, emotionally clean us up internally so that we can be pure, so that we can be right. Not to say that we won't have a shadow side, because we will, but to position us to be able to understand others when they have certain traits and not be so hard on them or judgmental, but understand that we are all on a certain journey trying to become the best version of ourselves, trying to do better so we can be better. So that is the video for empaths dealing with fakeness, narcissism, and selfishness. So you guys have a great, great night. I am officially finished. And I am now getting ready to go to bed because now I want to rest again and I just want to chill. So I love you guys and you guys enjoy your night. All right, my beautiful, 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 beautiful souls out there.